Coming up, a rogue reptile holds a household hostage.
He's a whopper.
Whoa! Thanks very much for the venom.
That is an unbelievable amount of venom.
And I head out wombat wrangling.
Got him.
Broome is a coastal town near the top of Western Australia. Known for picturesque Cable Beach and its pearl farms, it's the perfect destination to experience both the beauty of the land and the creatures that call it home. Snakes, spiders and other dangerous animals are mostly found in the wild. However, every now and then they wander into urban areas and need to be carefully removed. Dave's a part of the local reptile rescue service and we're on our way out to a snake call. What's the story, Dave?
Well, the local pastor just called me and he claims he's got a large brown snake in his shed. So that could be anything from a Stimson's python or an orange nape snake, right up to actually a large king brown.
But on the west coast you get the same as the east coast. Sometimes you get a call out for a big brown snake and it's a blue-tongued lizard.
Yep, I've had a few of those.
Yeah. What's the biggest or the gnarliest snake you've had to catch?
Oh, I got one from out at the Crocodile Park a few years ago. He would have measured just over 7 foot and easily as fat as my wrist. He was a big snake.
King brown?
Big boy. Yep, king brown.
Yeah.
We've actually had a pretty good run on actual king browns. Quite a few king browns been caught lately.
And he saw a big snake,
Saw a big snake.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
King browns, or mulga snakes, aren't the most deadly species in Australia. But due to the large amount of venom they can inject in a single bite, they are considered one of the most dangerous. If it is a king brown, Dave and I will definitely have to be on our toes.
Chris?
Yep.
Tim?
G'day.
Hey, Chris. David.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
No worries. So you got a snake, eh?
Yeah, he's
All
just
right.
went in the shed here.
Where is he?
So last I saw him, he was up that way somewhere. I know he hasn't left the shed anyway. Don't quite know where he is.
Okay, it's pretty well sealed. It looks good.
Yeah, I don't think he could get out.
And how big are we talking?
He looked pretty big.
He's big?
Yeah. I reckon definitely more than a metre.
Okay.
Maybe even 2.
All right, mate. Well, it might be helpful too if you stand here and just if something comes your way, head back there.
Yeah,
but tell us he's there. Okay, we're gonna have a rummage.
Give us a hook, mate, and I'll have a...
Yeah, take that.
All right.
Well, give us a yell if you find him.
Yep.
Urban environments provide plenty of hiding spots, making shy and elusive snakes all the harder to find. In an enclosed area like this, Dave and I need to be extra careful. Snakes are at their most dangerous when they're cornered.
Well, I see him, Tim.
You got
He's
him?
in here. Yep.
What
Just
is
up
it?
behind that bag. It's king brown for sure.
Kingy.
Yep.
He's a whopper. Mate.
This is going to be one tough catch. We have to make sure we don't lose sight of him. He's not the kind of snake you want wandering around your backyard. I'm just outside Swan Reach in South Australia, on my way to meet a team of committed researchers. First up is Dr. Dave Taggart. He's dedicated his life to wombats for over 2 decades. Then there's Dr. Elisa Sparrow. She got a dream job studying wombats 13 years ago. Big Ron? He's a proper bushman and has been involved with wombats in one way or another all his life. And then there's Dr. Wayne Boardman. He's a vet dedicated to the care of these iconic marsupials. Together, they're the wombat wranglers who like nothing better than spending their time in the outback. All in the interest of the southern hairy-nosed wombat's survival.
Come on in.
Yeah?
Welcome to the world of wombats, mate.
I'm glad to be here. This is where it all happens, eh?
This is where it all happens.
Having met the team, I'm keen to find out more about the situation in Swan Reach.
So, over the 23 years, what have been the most dramatic or even, I guess, significant finds?
2001, massive drought came through this area. The population crashed by about 85%. So instead of going out and see 200 animals a night, we might go out and see 20.
Dave's biggest concern is with temperature increases. If it gets much hotter out here, wombats will suffer even more. As climate change continues to alter the environment, it's hoped the work here will set out a plan to save the wombats and other semi-arid species. I've not arrived on the best of nights. There's a full moon in the sky, and the wombats know it gives potential predators an advantage. And to them, a bunch of people on the back of a ute is a worry. We've got a lot of ground to cover tonight. The property covers 5,000 acres. That's a massive area for wombats to hide. But luckily, I'm with the pros.
Wombat, wombat.
Believe it or not, they can run at an incredible 40 kilometres an hour. Usain Bolt might have a chance, but that's too fast for me. Once he gets to his burrow, there's no chance we're going to be able to fish him out.
There's still dust flying up here from where a wombat just went down. But look at the size of this thing. 2 entrances, maybe they link up, and there's that rocky barrier that they're under. Next one.
First wombat seen, first one to escape. Let's hope this trend doesn't continue.
Okay, wombat.
There he is. They're a bit flighty. And when we've run, they've just dropped down in the burrow. Fingers crossed for a few more.
A couple of failed attempts, and I'm getting a little worried that the moonlight is going to be our undoing. But we're not going to give up yet.
Got him, got him. Stay there, mate. Stay there, you got the sack?
Hey, well done.
Hey, he's a big fella.
Starting to get the hang of this. Now what you need to do is try and get him in one corner of the net.
So we want him to go this way or this way? Come on, buddy.
Yeah, one way or the other. There he goes. Get him to walk this way. Yeah, push him right forward, stand behind him. Then you have to reach around, grab the net under his arms and lift him up, stand off the net and drop him in the sack.
There we go.
Good.
Yep. Right.
Yeah, let him go. Let him go. That's it, he's in.
Beauty.
Quick. Good work, mate.
First wombat in the bag. He was a bit stunned from the light and he just sat there, came around the side, and went right in the net.
Back on track. With the first wombat on the ute, spirits are up. Tonight could just turn out all right. However, if there's one thing that I've learnt, it's that wrangling animals can sometimes be a very humbling experience. And tonight is no exception. We've been out here for a while now and still only caught the one. While the team assesses our options, Elisa fills me in on the area.
Part of Wombat's long-term conservation is about getting some of the farmers involved in coexisting with wombats, because you'll find wombats predominantly on agricultural properties in South Australia. And really, if you want them to be conserved long-term, we really need to engage the farmers, work with them, look at ways that they can still make a living, but that wombats can also still live on their properties and, keep going for many generations to come.
We've decided to give it one last crack.
Wombat, wombat.
And already, we've got ourselves another boulder.
Got him. Hello, mate. Got one. That's number 2.
You make this look easy.
That's the second wombat. There's warrens all around here. We just spot one, get the spotlight on him, and then run. Here, mate. Got him. Hello. Look at you. He's a big fella.
He actually is a good source. Yep.
Good.
Yep. You let go. Yeah. It's okay, don't worry.
That's 3, Dave.
Yeah, I reckon that'll about do us here. We
Yeah.
might get these ones back and start processing.
That was a lot of fun.
All right,
Righto.
let's get back.
Good day. I'll get on the back.
Considering the moonlight usually scares them off, 3 is not a bad number. Hopefully the wombats are as healthy as our haul. I'm on a property in Broome, Western Australia, working with Dave from the local reptile rescue. After receiving a call about a massive snake, we've been searching a suburban shed and managed to get our first glimpse.
He's a whopper.
As we thought, it's a king brown, one of the world's most deadly.
Okay, he's curled up in that corner. This might be a go here. Okay, I've got a tail. Whoa! Stay there, buddy. Come here, don't want to lose him. Okay, got him. Okay, you got the bag, mate?
Yep, coming.
Yep, that'd be good. Okay, settle down, big fella. Settle down. Look at that. That's a big snake.
He's a whopper.
Oh, and again. Stay down, buddy.
Little damp.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, mouth open.
All right.
Well done, mate. That's the biggest king I've ever caught.
Troy, that's a beauty, all right.
Did you see him? That's a good size. And you know, in the other states, gone, cane toads. So WA now is
Yeah.
a real refuge. See a king like that is an impressive sight. Did I shake your hand? Well done.
Good again, that's a beauty.
Thanks, Chris. I bet you're happy he's not cruising around your house.
Yeah, no, I don't really want him hanging around. Thanks for getting rid of him.
Ah, mate, brilliant snake. Thank you. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Meet you, yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks very much,
heaps.
mate. Yeah.
See you, mate.
Good snake?
Yeah, that's a beauty.
While king browns are still thriving around Broome, this could be a good opportunity to get one into the venom program back at the park.
Dave, he's a ripper of a snake, mate. We could use him for the program.
Yeah, well, if you want him, he's yours.
We would love him, mate, if we can have him.
No worries. I'll box him up, send him over to you. Be there before you get home.
Oh, that sounds like a plan, mate. Home before I get there.
Yeah, mate. No
Sounds
worries.
good.
A local snake means there'd be anti-venom that works for snake bites in this area. And that means lives saved.
Dave wasn't kidding when he said our little mate'd be here before I got home. He sure was. And he's had a week or so to settle in now, and it's time for the first milking. That's easier said than done. Now, I gotta switch hands. Settle, mate, settle, settle, settle. And, whoa, hey.
It's all coming back to me now. He was a handful in the shed, and he's proving a handful here.
Okay, all right. Now we've got the snake.
I don't know what it is about WA kingies. They don't give you any room to make a single mistake. One slip and that's it. He'll have me.
Here's the vial. What I'm gonna do is present to that. When the fangs sink in, that'll stimulate the flow of venom. Ready? Whoa, look at that. There's not a lot you can do when this happens. Can't let go. That is an unbelievable amount of venom. That's exactly why a snake like this needs to be a part of this program. That's gonna go a long way to saving lives. Well done, mate. It's time to put him away, then he gets a feed.
200 to 300 lives are saved every year across Australia, thanks to the venom from these snakes. I can't tell you how proud that makes everyone working here at the park. I'm in outback South Australia helping out the wombat wranglers. We've been out all night and caught 3.
Got him.
Now we're heading back to base to give them a health check. On the way, we've run into a curious local.
There's one.
Have a look at that. It's an owlet nightjar. It's Australia's smallest nightjar. He's a nocturnal bird. That's why he's got such big eyes. He's just sitting in the middle of the road. Might have had a feed, maybe just resting. Look at those big whiskers. Just beautiful, hey? Oh.
It's lucky we aren't having to catch owlets. Better get back to the shed. The team performs an extensive health check of the wombats. From this, they can determine a broader view of how the population is faring.
Right, Tim, here's the wombat.
Beauty.
Can you give me a hand weighing it?
Yep, love
Beauty.
to.
Gotta weigh it first so I can get the right dose right for the anaesthetic.
Yep.
23.5 kilos, minus a kilo for the bag, so 22.5. Beauty.
What's the biggest?
Oh, they go up to about 35. I think the biggest that's ever been found here is about 38 kilos. Big
That's
one.
a big wombat.
Before they're able to be handled, the wombats need to be put to sleep, an activity that these animals are pretty used to.
You on the side?
So yeah, we try and find the muscle here.
Yep.
Just there's a, I can feel the knee there.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just going to inject it into the muscles in the thigh.
Didn't even feel it.
No. So I've just got to give another injection.
That's just because of the size of the wombat
Yeah,
needs to.
because it's a big one.
The wombat's had its anaesthetic and now we wait for it to go to sleep. But I wonder, are there other main threats that they face?
Yeah, well, we've had a few problems over the last 3 years or so. We've had a lot of these wombats have been pretty sick. We've had a hell of a lot that have been nutritionally deficient, and we think it's related to the fact that the habitat that they're in has been pretty denuded, pretty damaged.
Wayne says by the end of a long, hot summer, all that's left to eat is an invasive weed that provides hardly any nutrition. The wombats become more prone to disease. They lose hair as malnutrition sets in, and it eventually leads to organ failure. It's the young wombats that suffer the most. They simply don't have the strength to survive. Luckily, we haven't seen any signs of disease tonight.
Do you think we have a sleepy wombat?
Well, we can go and have a look and see what it's doing. They normally keel over.
Yeah, well, there we go. He's on his
Has
side.
he keeled over?
Yep. Yep.
He certainly has. So do you want to grab its legs, Tim, and just pull it out?
And we've got a boy.
We have. There we are.
Look at that.
Whee! Good shake.
Always had a bit of a twitch, eh?
Wayne has a checklist he goes through to see just how healthy each wombat is. This one's general condition is pretty good. He's got a few fleas and a bit of hair loss, but his teeth seem to be in great shape, by wombat standards. Now, out with the stethoscope.
It's quite a low heart rate. Do you want to listen?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Incredibly, they're able to lower both their breathing and heart rate.
Yeah, I can only just hear it.
You're right.
Combined with their low metabolism, this allows them to conserve energy while bunkering down during the heat of the day. This mob measures everything. Ears, head, feet, and tail.
So we get some reproductive measurements, a scrotal width, yep, that's it.
51. Or should I give him a few more?
Yeah, whack on a few more.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll tell all the girls.
How much are we adding?
No. 51, call it 75.
Okay, right, yeah, got it.
Yep.
Last but not least, a quick scan will let us know whether this fella's been chipped before.
So that means you already know him?
Exactly. This is a recapture, so we'll go back, check the database when we get back to work and see how many times we've caught this one before.
With all the tests done, it's time for a hard-earned rest. We'll be back tomorrow for the release. Wombats spend 3/4 of their lives underground. One reason is because they're sensitive to heat, which is why it's late afternoon before we set off for the release.
Put their back against your chest. Away we go.
All of the wombats have been given a clean bill of health.
Thank you.
Time to get going.
Heavy? Away we go. Take it easy down there, boss.
For the wombats' well-being, the team have to record where the catches were made. This means that we can be sure the location of release is actually their home.
Not hard to see where home is. Look at that. There you go, mate. There you go. Off you go. Look at that, eh?
Releasing these wombats back to their burrows is a great feeling. The research from studying them in this area is going a long way to ensure their survival.
This is our last little female to let go, but she's been nice and warm in that bag, and I think she's having a bit of a tough time choosing to head off to that burrow in the cold. We'll stay right there.
Time to go
Off
home.
you go, please. Wrong way. She knew where she was, hey? She knew where she was. Well, that was a great 24 hours. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Had a good time.
400 of us now.
Big Ron is a bit of a legend amongst wombat wranglers. And back at the wool shed, he's got one last surprise for me.
Ancient Order of the Wombat Catchers. This is the certifier that Tim Faulkner battled the road to Cooloola Woolshed, withstood the heat, the cold, the rain, wind, dust and flies, braved midnight trips to the dunny, did headstands down the Wombat holes and over fences, marbled at the Milky Way, watched the Southern Cross and didn't get lost. All in the interests of science and conservation at Cooloola Station, Swan Reach. Well, good on you, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you.